Oh my god. What happened?
I don't know. Where are you guys at?
I'm walking into the arena now. Introduce us, Al.
Hello and welcome to the Netherblock, the show where we build a 64 by 64 by 64 block of nether rack in Minecraft.
There it is.
I'm Turney.
Who can spot what's different in
I'm
the
Albert.
arena? I'm Joe.
I'm Komette, and these are llamas!
Someone has brought all the llamas.
Llamas!
I don't even know if the horses are still here. It's just
Yeah,
llamas
there's
and they
some
all have different
horses.
blankets on.
And they don't have saddles.
ride
I can
llamas?
only get on them, but I
what
can't.
just blew up?
Sorry,
Oh
sorry,
crap,
sorry,
there's
sorry.
the things, run!
What?
Oh, it just hissed at me.
Actual, okay.
Oh no,
Oh no!
the phantoms
Oh,
are
that's
attacking.
what's hitting me.
Go
The
inside.
phantoms are gonna kill our llamas.
Don't
No,
kill
sleep!
llamas.
Everyone go to sleep!
Wow!
Also, it'll bring us to daytime. I can't get up the stairs for some reason.
There's no more
Thank
beds in
you,
here. Go find your
stairs.
own beds.
There are no beds here at all because my shader won't load them.
Well,
Morning.
this is our life now.
Welcome
Hey.
to morning.
Hey, it's like San
How'd you guys
Antonio
find-
all
were
over
there four
again.
beds in
Part
here?
Yeah,
of
there's
the
4 beds in
Netherblock
there.
where we wake up out of our beds. I'm Albert.
I'm a llama.
I'm Joe. No.
I'm Komette. I thought we already did this.
We did.
We did.
We
Albert
did.
was doing
That's
a
the
joke.
joke.
Oh.
Wait, come
What
back.
is this? What is this thing?
I don't know.
What are you?
Someone just put hay there, maybe.
Oh.
Hey.
Is that how you get them to
Hey, hey,
breed?
hey.
You just like throw hay?
I don't know. I've never done llamas. Hi.
They're so cute. I want to write it.
You
but
can.
I don't know.
Just right click it.
Oh my god, she's on the llama. Are you steering it?
No.
You can't steer it. You can just get on it. I think
Oh.
there's a way. I know you can
me
lead
off.
them, but I don't know.
Spinning around with him out.
Can you use a carrot
Okay.
on a
This is
stick and
this is
guide
the end
it?
result of our work.
All right, somebody get a carrot on a stick.
I don't think they eat carrots.
I mean, I'm sure
Guys.
if you gave a llama a carrot, it would eat it.
Guys, we
Where
still
did
love
Joe
you,
go?
okay?
Who?
Even if you are inside of each other right now.
What?
I know that the llamas are new, and everybody's excited about them.
What's the
I
problem?
want you to know we'll always have a special place in our heart for you.
Someone said something that
I
I was
missed
taking very
something.
literally and making
Yeah.
a joke out of it, but I don't remember what it was.
I missed it.
What are you seeing, Al?
Just talking to the horses.
Oh,
Oh.
where's the
Horse. I only saw one.
Did somebody make a glue block?
You can make a
Is
glue
that a
block?
thing
Where?
that you can
I'm
have?
I'm talking about dead horses. I was trying to be a smartass.
Oh,
I wonder what people like the most
I feel
chaos.
horrible for not having landed that in my brain.
I just feel bad because of the joke.
Wait.
All that's left is Mr. Ed.
That's all we need.
Wait, no, there they are. There's horses on the other side of the, I think.
I wonder what, like, the most chaos can be wrecked inside the arena. Like,
We're getting there.
yeah. There's a
So,
lot of llamas in here. Holy
Griffin
crap.
posted a picture of what it used to look like in the arena.
It was
from
just
back
empty
in the
because
day
we
when
were gonna do
streamed
some-
Minecraft.
Yeah, we were gonna do some cool stuff in there, and then we got lazy.
Then we did this. Nothing cool here at all.
I tried to do
Nothing
like
cool.
5 different builds, and I was like, none of these look good. I was like making a really cool city, and then I was making like an obstacle course, and then just every
Oh,
time I like flattened
glass.
it out.
We also referenced a troll that's been ongoing since John Jones was our guest.
So that would be like actual
if it's
dirt
not,
block.
if we aren't aware of it, is it really a troll?
Yeah, if other people are laughing at it, getting a chuckle out of it, and we're not. Isn't that what a troll? I mean,
It's
I
a
thought it
very
would have to
subtle
be something
troll.
that was detrimental to our life in
fair
some
enough.
way.
I've heard troll used that way. I guess that's not
Oh
description.
no, that's death.
Is that the troll?
No, but that's probably not getting
Gravity
recovered.
was the
How did
real
they get so
Russian
many
all
llamas?
along.
Hey,
Llamas?
come here.
Gravity
Yeah.
was the Russian troll
Oh,
farm.
Can
you
we
said?
go look at our
I gotta
thingy?
shout out to, speaking of trolls, Joe, you tweeted out the most delightful tweet about
Who tweets?
No,
Somebody
no,
post-
come in.
somebody posted
It's over
a
here now.
tweet that said, "Are journalists under more attack in our time than ever before?" And
Yes.
like 90% of the people voted no, and they're like, "We've been trolled on this tweet. This proves
Yep.
that journalism is under more attack than it ever was before. We're looking into this."
We've heard Russian bots are on us. If you stand here, one away from the ladder,
Okay.
and go AFK, like I said, you have to wait. But eventually,
By the
This
way,
fills up with
it's
bad
not.
guys.
They've moved the goalpost now, where it's neither. It doesn't matter if it's either Russians or bots. As if a bunch of people just get together and vote on something, they're like, "Yeah, but not really, because you guys are mad."
Yeah. well, that's been that way for a while. The most famous one was like a couple years ago. George Takei did some poll. Same thing happened. He's like, I'm sorry that my poll attracted the votes that weren't the way I wanted them, was essentially what he boiled down to. He's like, sorry, some people got a hold of this poll that weren't of our mindset or something like that. It was just like, wow, what?
Well, YouTube
AFK
is
down
doing this
there.
now. Did we talk about this last week? I know there was not much else besides the main topic from last week, but did we talk about...
If you AFK down there, Komette, you can then get lots of XP.
XP.
You know,
Yeah,
if you
so what
AFK
Joe is
long enough
saying
in real
is-
life, you'll die.
Just stand there, and then don't do anything in the nether
AFK.
block.
You have to then come back in. I'm not
Yeah.
saying do it for the recording. I'm saying looking into the project Komette and I have been working on
You
for a
guys
while.
have
Turns
built
out
a boredom simulator.
you have to go AFK for quite a while to get XP.
It's like real life. If you want to like level up, you're gonna have to just sort of be bored for a while.
Is this a death trap? It's
But no,
50-50. That's gonna be a death trap.
so recently we heard about YouTube talking about
Dislike
banning rejiggering their algorithm so if
Offended.
like a bunch of people
Racism.
downvoted something, it wouldn't register as like a real
button. It's
downvote.
so weird.
Mostly
Yes.
because of the incredibly negative response to YouTube Rewind.
Oh, jeez.
But like, it's so
Why
weird.
at that point? Why even have the downvote button? I mean, really,
They're
like
talking about removing
Facebook
it,
does
too.
it, you know, which is
Yeah.
lame. But it's really just the participation trophy all over again. I'm
Are
gonna be
they
like,
pretending-
"When in my day we had downvotes on Reddit and YouTube. You kids don't
Is
have that. You
YouTube-
don't know what it means to lose."
Is YouTube claiming that it got hijacked by trolls or bots or Russians or something? Or have they made a statement? Because if they honestly believe, like, are they just delusional, or are they just like, no, we are all powerful and no one is allowed to, like, think badly of it?
So here's if I had to make the argument for the reasoning, I would say these aren't people that showed up, watched the video, formed an opinion,
How does
and then made
chickens
a
get in
vote.
my house?
These are people that, because of like a sort of groupthink mindset, all
Oh.
got together and decided we're gonna send a message and downvote this video.
Mindset
and-
that drives popularity videos and
Right, and it's not groupthink if you're in favor of something, right?
yes.
But if you're like saying no, this is stupid, it's definitely because you've been infected by the hive mind, who told
Yes.
you how to think.
Then you're a troll. Got it. Yeah, I miss when networks would just air crappy shows and be like, well, that was bad. We're not airing that again.
I found something interesting. So you guys probably have never seen it, but there is a show on Netflix, and it was called Girl Boss. And I actually really enjoyed it. And when I went to go see if there was going to be a season 2, it was like Netflix decides to cancel its first original television show under.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not true. Because
No,
House
like-
of Cards was their first one.
No, it's canceled. Like they canceled it. It was the first one that they canceled.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't their first one.
Oh, that's just bad grammar.
Yeah,
But it
and-
wasn't the first. I feel like they.
or among one of the first ones to like kick
Damn,
the
those
bucket or
robot
whatever,
trolls.
you know, like.
Not
And
watching
I was
things
really
on Netflix.
I was really interested because they were like, all these things were like, is this show really as bad as people say it is? And I genuinely enjoyed it, so it was just really interesting to me that they
Well,
decided
welcome
to
to my
cancel
feelings
it.
about
Like,
Pacific Rim 2, Komette.
Yeah, everyone's feelings about Firefly, or I don't even know. That happens.
right?
It's not
I don't know.
new. I don't mean
No,
about
I was
like
just commenting.
splurging on
it,
you.
that's all.
I'm splurging on that mindset of like. That's what it feels like. Everyone who makes content now is like, well, really don't think it'd be, disliked. That's never happened before. Whereas it happens. The wrong things sometimes get shot up to the top of the charts. But
Well,
overall,
I'm saying specific, like,
It's also like,
you
Oh,
might like, it
that
might be bad,
chicken-
Komette. You might have liked a bad show. It's okay. You still
Also
No,
liked
it's
it.
I mean, it's very possible. I didn't think that it was like I thought.
like if you look
I don't
at
know.
Al's stuff, like everything he likes is objectively horrible.
Yeah.
So Like, it's just, it happens. It's okay.
Yeah, I have lots of experience
I'm not,
with this, so
crying or
I
anything. I just thought it
understand.
was interesting.
No, I think it's right. It's like the Ghostbusters thing, like the new one. It's like there were a lot of people that absolutely despised it, and that it turned out that you were a sexist because you didn't like it, and that you were just a bad person.
That's happened there too.
Like, it's just weird.
It
Like,
can't possibly be that.
some people just like things because they're funny, or like they're not expecting it to be super serious whenever it's a thing about Ghostbusters and they're shooting lasers at things' crotches. So it's like I don't necessarily take it as serious as some people do.
Yeah,
When
that's
Paul
very
Feig is like,
true.
this movie bombed because of the original, that's just an insane amount. That's just too much.
Yeah.
It's just like you made it, you fucked up. It's not a good movie. You know, let improv go too long and didn't focus on the things like story you should have. And he literally was
Well,
like, I think
I-
it's the toxic fan base of the original is why the sequel was disliked.
I heard something
talking
very
about?
interesting as to why the second one, like, I watched the second one and I didn't think it was bad. It definitely wasn't the first one. Like, if it was...
You need to weigh in with your thoughts on the first one before you start saying things about the second one.
I love the first one. It's
Okay.
good. But I thought it was interesting as I think I was watching a couple comics talk about it right when it first came out. And they were like, the reason that the first one was so successful in their mind and everything is that the characters inside the universe weren't in on the joke. So
What? You cut out there for me.
they
Characters
weren't,
inside the universe weren't on the joke.
they weren't in
Yes.
on the joke, whereas the second one, they're all in on the joke and why it's supposed to be all
I agree with that
funny.
entirely.
Yeah,
a-
and so that's why the first one is so successful, is because there is no...
It feels like in some semblance, it feels like these are real characters who are encountering this absurd.
And they're
situation?
not. It's not a comedy. Some of them
Yeah,
happen
no.
to be funny. Like the events aren't like zoop zoop zoop. I mean, occasionally there's some of that, but
Like the
Like
Stay
the Stay
Puft Man,
Marshmallow Man
but-
shows up, and you're like, "Ha, that's hilarious!" But like, he's actually like a
He's
giant dude
terrifying,
who will
yeah.
kill them.
and
You're
it's
like,
at that point in
"Dear
the movie,
God."
Egon states he's horrified beyond the capacity for rational thought, and it's like yeah, they're not in
Yeah.
on the joke.
Yeah, they're not in on the joke, and I thought that was a beautiful way to compare
good.
the two different movies. you
As
know?
good of an analysis as I've heard for why that didn't work.
Yeah.
But my niece was like, "That was a terrible movie." I was like, "Oh, that's
See,
all
the
the
thing
movie I
that-
need now."
is that I really, really enjoy the one actress that it was like not the scientist, like the
Kristen
They were all
engineer,
scientists, weren't they?
huh?
Well, I haven't seen the second one.
Except for Leslie, the black one.
Yeah, because the
Leslie
black
Jones
ones,
is a
both of
subway
them were just
worker.
like there for a check.
Kristen
Yeah.
Wiig was a
I mean, I
Some
love
sort of
Kristen
scientist.
Wiig, I love Melissa McCartney, but I absolutely adore what's her name, McKinnon.
yeah.
Kate
Kate
McKinnon.
McKinnon. Yes.
Kate McKinnon, she is so funny. Like, just in general, her improv is hilarious. I think she's just a hilarious person. And so I think she's the reason why I enjoy the amount that I did enjoy that movie was because of her.
And that's
What
actually
else has she
pretty
the
done?
thing is, they
Everyone's
were all
always raving
trying
about
to-
her.
Isn't she
Sorry,
SNL?
go
If you want a good
That's not a good. I'm with you on SNL. Tony.
if you want a good representation of who she is, watch her special of comedians in cars getting coffee. with
Okay, I need to watch that
Jerry
show, period.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, I love
It's
Seinfeld.
or she's like great. I don't know. I can't give her enough praise.
I remember there were a lot of people pissed off that Seinfeld didn't have more women on that show, and it's like he was just having his friends on. It's like it wasn't like he was filling out surveys trying to like fill that out, but he has responded and got more female comedians on there. I have not seen
So I
enough
think
of her.
that sort of profession skews more toward guys in general, although I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's like
I know about more
yes.
male comedians than I do female.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Sexist.
Yeah, people say that that's a sexist thing, but I think it's more that men have to work harder to get laid, so they have to become funny, or they have to have some sort of
Seen
stick.
that theory before.
So, like, there are definitely a lot of funny women out there, but there are more men trying to be funny, and it turns into a career a little more
See,
often.
That's
My
why there's so many fat
boyfriend-
comedians.
Yeah,
does not think that women can be like in a comedic sense, like stand-up comedy cannot be funny. And I argue with him
says
a
this?
lot. My boyfriend, I was like, just because you don't think it's funny doesn't mean that they aren't funny. Like,
I will say there are a lot of bad ones. I've seen a lot of terrible women comedians.
there's
but
also really bad
yeah.
male.
There's a lot of hackiness on
Yes.
all sides
Yeah.
of things. It's like one of the most painful experiences of my life was seeing a female comedian bomb in real life because she was in a farm
Oh,
town
man.
trying to make jokes about shopping. and it was one of the more painful experiences I've ever seen. Not to mention the guy that came up.
What were you doing there?
I like comedy. I love comedy. I go to like stand-up shows, and like I just got a free thing for this little underground comedy club in Greeley, Colorado, which is just a cow town. And so I went.
A gang cow town.
What town?
She didn't tell any jokes about cows. Is the problem?
Oh yeah, lots. It's a lot
Sweet
of.
Lord Jesus!
It's a lot of gang problems and a lot of cow problems. And
What did you do?
I was mining, and apparently there was a thingy
I think this is what killed Al last week.
the town literally smells, and occasionally when the wind kicks up, it blows over to Fort
Yeah.
Collins, like 30 miles away.
It's like, oh, smells like Greeley.
Yeah,
I
like,
was just thinking about it today about the sort of
Cow
like
poop?
no comedians,
The
like
Green New
stand-up
Deal?
comedians. And now that you have to like have a reasonable amount of like shared culture for the jokes to be
probably.
funny, like a lot of times
thank
you
you.
have to like you're just sort of making not like I'm gonna make this sound like it's being lazy, but it like not that's not how I mean it. But you're sort of shorthand referring to things through, you know, not like coming out and actual like specifically saying everything that you're saying, but you know that everybody is sort of on the same page with you.
Yeah.
And it made me think about like I bet, you know, like it would be difficult to go over and make these same jokes in Iran or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
and like some of the
I would
top
love to see
tier.
Iranian stand-up humor,
Yeah,
stand-up comedians.
I would love to see that too. Like
I think
people
there,
like
I
Bill
think I
Burr
have
go
seen some
over
Iranian
there.
stand-up comedians, or from that sort of part of the world anyway.
Russell
But they're,
Peterson's
like,
an Indian
they're
one.
Okay.
He
They're
does good.
familiar with the like. They know what audience they're playing to.
No,
Like,
I don't mean like they've globalized or like stepped into the. I mean like literally like the.
Yeah, the literal
telling jokes
translation.
about, like-
diehard Iranian husbands go out at night and see like their underground comedy.
Yeah, I
Like,
would.
this is
Yeah.
I would see what comedy works in a small club in Istanbul, and just like see
Yes.
like that
Oh,
translated perfectly.
sweet Lord Jesus, where the hell is all this stuff
it would
coming from?
probably not be politically correct.
Well, yeah, for that
Yeah,
politics.
for their side, like if you go too far over there, you might get beheaded though. So
No, I mean like you know. Making a joke about keeping your wife in line or something,
Yeah.
like go great over there.
That's what I want. I'd be very curious to see that.
But,
like
a lot of the
and I mean
No,
more so,
a lot of the major comedians like
would be
Bill Burr and
fascinated.
people like that will go overseas. Like he's in the middle of a tour where he's going to like Oslo and just all over the place. But what he's doing is he's mostly playing for expats. And Europe is also kind of cheating because there's a lot more
What's
overlap.
expats?
Like how people who've
right,
left
you're
the
still
US.
in the quote-unquote West, right? Like, there's still a lot of overlap. Like, if you talk about Netflix or whatever, they're definitely going to know what you're talking about there,
Yeah.
whereas...
But he
there's
still
probably
kills
some-
in like China and places like that, so he does pretty well.
China would be interesting. That's probably the closest I would ever be able to get to see. I don't think I'm going deep cover in Iran to go see stand-up comedy, although that would be an amazing special of some sort.
That would
I bet
be.
you could go to Mexico City and see some pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's still
But
similar
also, do all
enough.
cultures
but-
have stand-up? I know all cultures have comedy, but they all have stand-up
Oh,
comedy?
Oh, the Germans
definitely,
don't.
like... Really?
Yeah, like I think some just don't.
I'm just saying Germans aren't funny.
Oh, are they
They
not?
just
Oh!
smoke and glare at the
They
audience.
just stand up.
Yeah, that's the joke.
That's the joke.
I really needed to
suck me,
sink it,
man.
Tony. I needed to put it in the hole for you. I'm sorry. It was probably fine without that.
It's okay.
You guys are goofy.
Where is this light coming from? Oh, I see. This bonfire.
Where are you
right
guys
here.
at?
I'm
On
in
the
the
block.
arena because
Netherblock?
Is it?
Oh, you're
it's
on
dark.
the block?
Yeah, it's dark, so I'm heading
On
No,
back
the
in.
not block. In the nether realm.
Oh. I was going to say, it is pitch black right now. I'm not going out there. I mean, I was on the
Again-
stairs because you said you were up there, but
If people want to sleep, we could do that.
I
We built
was
the dirt
asleep.
block all through the night. You guys have just gotten soft. I think it's sad.
That's because we had better
I haven't
gear
laid
back
nether in,
then.
like, eight-
We also
8
didn't have shaders that made the night absolutely black.
Okay, mine no longer does that, and something I tinkered with has made it very easy to see,
wanna
and I
see.
think you should do that. Because I'm with you
Okay.
there. Especially
I want to
for
see how
editing.
baby you guys are. It is
I mean,
not pitch
the
black.
torches are like blinding, and then the like.
Yeah, you've got something.
I remember back in the
Yeah.
day when I had diamond
I
armor
can
and a nice
see pretty
bow.
far.
That was a little better.
I do miss our
You have
bows.
old
What-
lighting on? Try old lighting on.
I do need to go build a shield if I'm going to do this
All
at
right.
night. Then I'll be good.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But I have nothing to lose except XP I got by standing around doing nothing. So. Alright, so when I was first building the, or first running the
Why are
XP
you hitting
farm,
me?
Sorry. It's just the hair, or the lack of it. I got up to 30 XP, I got 30 levels, and I was like, I've done it. I just let it run like, I don't know, all day basically. If I logged out, I would hop back in, and, you know, sort of over a couple days, eventually I got up to level 30. And I was walking up the ladder to get out of the hole, and I got knocked off by a freaking phantom. I didn't even think of phantoms as an enemy that could possibly hurt me, and I fell to my death. I was like, that was great.
That
Yay,
sucks. Are we sleeping?
I
thought we weren't allowed on.
I went up to the. I'm up on the block because I wanted to check this lighting out, and it is more palatable. It's somewhat dark still, but here's Joe up here. I see you.
It is dark.
Or is that you, Joe?
I don't know. Where are you?
On the block.
I don't see you. Although this happened to Tony. I can never tell what's a glitch. I'm on the block. We're like the.
I'm right here in front of you.
Because of the
Okay,
way
I see
we
you,
built
yes.
this one, there are some weird angles where it's hard to see people. Like, you can actually
Yes.
hide out a little bit on this block.
I'm by the battleship.
Yeah, I'm filling the battleship in. Sorry, guys.
Why? Should have kept it for last.
Because I feel bad about it, and I wanted you to know.
Why do you no? What? Why are you filling it?
Oh, because that's
feel bad?
that's the point. She asked why I was sorry. I
No, I
thought.
asked why.
What?
I said I was sorry, and she said why.
Did you?
Oh, I
have
took a
heard-
picture. I'm gonna send it to
Took a
the
picture?
Hangouts real quick. I did take a picture for you guys yesterday.
I have heard that a staple in comedy everywhere is the stupid guy from like the 2 towns over, where everyone knows that town's full of stupid people.
Yeah, I can
And
see
they'll
that.
have like classic like, you know, he carries his donkey around instead of letting the donkey carry it. Like, I don't know if that's exactly. Don't quote me verbatim, but those are the jokes that they tell. But those kind of jokes, there's like.
It's how you tell it, Joe.
It's a visual medium, Albert. Shut up. Ah, yes. White
I
bread.
sent a picture to you guys on Hangouts.
I freaking ordered groceries the other day and I got white bread. I was like, I kind of am craving white bread now.
Oh my god. What is
so
what has
good,
he done
isn't
to
it?
you?
Yes, it is. But it's not something I
Thank
ever
you,
ordered.
1998
It's
Chicago
stuck in my
World's Fair.
teeth. I really
this
dislike
gift to the
that.
world.
1998.
1988. 1888.
That long?
1898.
Jesus, I had no idea. Wow.
That like I can't
No
eat
wonder I
white
know. I didn't have
bread.
it growing up.
Only 2000s kids will like this bread.
What are you saying, Komette?
You can
Nothing,
go.
you
Hey,
don't know things.
Creeper, you can go fuck off and die.
Ooh,
Yeah.
tell
that
him,
guy.
Tony.
I shot him. I
There
shot
was
him in the
a-
mouth. It's okay.
Oh my god. There was a cartoon I saw the other day where it was Salk, I guess, I'm assuming, in a lab, and he's invented the polio vaccine. And someone's like, my god, good sir, this innovation is what all other inventions will be measured by from here on out. And then someone kicks in the door and is like, what's up, motherfuckers, who want some sliced bread?
I've actually seen people talk about this on Ask Historians. It actually was like a.
Yeah.
Like, there was the moment where somebody was like, if we pre-sliced it. And, like,
Yeah,
apparently
yeah.
everybody was like, wow.
Oh my god!
At the grocery
Oh,
store they go to, like, they've got like one of those auto bread slicers where it's like 80 blades and it just like slices through a loaf.
Yeah,
And
that
I
was
just,
the machine.
I always think about like, man, I really want to put my arm in there. And then I'm like, why do I have that thought?
I worked at Whole Foods in the bakery, and one of the things, like, when you're, like, not decorating cakes and stuff is that you have to have customers, obviously, and they would pick out bread, and you get to put it through the machine so it gets
Yep.
cut. It's seriously the best thing ever,
Yeah.
and that bread is seriously delicious.
I have like really weird intrusive thoughts about that though. It's like I see a bowl of marbles and I immediately wonder what it would be like to chew on them. And I'm like, what's wrong with my brain? I'm so
Yeah,
stupid.
what's up with your brain?
We're all locked in!
Yes.
Wait, have you not seen The Wrestler?
I saw the wrestler.
I've
this
never
conversation.
I have
finished
not.
it.
I want to, but
No
I
one remembers
keep
the
not doing it.
scene that I feel pertains to this conversation. That's what it is.
I'm trying to remember. I remember he was starting to have fun with doing the whole like deli slicing and all that.
Yes, but then he gets angry and I don't
Slices his
want
finger off?
to discuss it. I just whenever Tony starts on his intrusive thoughts, I always think of The Wrestler because we're usually in a grocery store setting, and I'm like, And then no one knows
so
what the hell I'm talking
confused.
about, and we do this,
Yeah.
and it's great.
That's an Aronofsky film, right? I really
Yeah.
got to see that.
It's a good one.
I've tried watching
dark.
it like 4 or 5 times.
If you really want to feel bad for that guy who was in Iron Man 2, then yes.
Mickey Rourke. I already feel
Mickey
bad
Rourke.
enough for him because he's like, he
Yeah.
kind of destroyed his face.
Yes.
Yeah, it's. Ugh.
You like look at him in the 80s and he's like a handsome dude, and then you see him now and it's like, it's not even just time, it's just all the surgery's gone wrong.
Yep.
He decided that he wanted to be a boxer, which is admirable, but then he also decided to go crazy.
And get a lot of.
Switch to go hand in hand.
Yes.
I remember when in that brief period of time, people were like, he's making a comeback, and it was like, what other roles is he possibly going to get besides insane Russian nemesis of Iron Man and like washed up wrestler? There's not really much else for him
He
to
was
do.
Didn't he
fucking
win something for
amazing
that?
in Sin City. Marv is like one of
Okay,
the
I
coolest
forgot he
characters
was-
ever.
yes,
That's
he was
why.
Marv.
That's why we named Zephyr's dog that, because Marv was awesome.
That's not.
No,
why.
I'm the one who named Marv, and it was because of
No,
Sin
you
City.
did
Yes,
not.
I was. I was the one who came
Tony?
up with the name Marv.
His name's not Marv, first of all.
Yeah, and the guy in Sin City is named Marvin too.
No,
They
it's
just
not.
go by Marv. I was
His
there.
name is Baxter.
I was there.
He's like, why doesn't your dog ever come to me when I call him?
I actually was there whenever they picked him out at the weird place.
That's a weird place.
Oh, it was a normal apartment, but it was in a weird location, and like
What
they
are
didn't
y'all
know.
talking about?
They didn't know.
My dog. He's talking about my dog.
They didn't know
it's
where
Komette's-
the dad
Are
came
you
from.
arguing with Komette about what her dog's name is?
Yes, because I
don't feel like you're
named
gonna
their
win that one.
dog.
I haven't won any arguments with Komette. I'm pretty sure that one's definitely not gonna.
To be fair, Komette was very young at the time, so it's possible for Tony to get a foothold in here. What is the dog's name?
Marv.
It's Marvin.
Komette.
It is Marvin, but
Yeah.
it's not my mom. My mom named him. Tony didn't name
No,
him.
Zephyr and I named him Marv because Sin City had just came out, and we were all like into that like story.
I don't believe that for a second. I'll talk to Zephyr about that. I'm
How
pretty
old were
sure
you at
that
this
my
time,
mom.
by the way? I love hearing stories about how you went to see like Sin City at age 5.
Sin City's not that old.
I
I was like
you.
I was in junior high or something like that, junior high or high school.
Yeah.
I would have seen it if I was 5. Like that would have happened.
Yes.
We need a
Zephyr.
new project, Joe.
Yes.
There's another block.
I've already
this
done
big
my
block
Netherblock
that we're trying to
stuff,
put
though.
Nether on?
It's so boring. Ugh.
It's like, oh, I just played
That's the
one
point, though. You
stack.
got to get in the flow state, like a rock climber.
I refuse.
That's what John Vervaeke says.
Really? Flow state for rock climbing?
Oh yeah.
I guess.
Well, especially if you're going free climbing and there's no ropes.
It just seems like that's where you maybe want to think about things, but that's where the trap is. That's how you fall.
Wow.
Yeah, you're like,
Yep.
man, my
think too
palms are
much.
sweaty, and then you're dead.
Loose spaghetti.
He has a great.
Can't even listen to Eminem or you die.
Speaking of, we got
line
like
that,
an affiliate we haven't filled out yet with this like goo off stuff. What is it like the
Goo-gon.
yeah Goo-gon stuff?
Gamer goo.
Oh, yeah.
or
That stuff was
Gamer Goo?
amazing.
That stuff was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We gotta, like,
have
fill
the
that out.
ability to get that.
Yeah, like they emailed us back. They said if we wanted to, we could be affiliates.
That's Komette's job.
What is Gamer Goo?
It was
We
something
don't
that's
stream. I guess we can.
You can
if
put
they
it
want to
into this
sponsor
video.
like videos, we can
Listen,
do that.
It
We
works
just
just
gave
as
them
well.
so much exposure over the past 30 seconds.
You guys didn't even know the name of their product.
I don't
Listen,
know what it
Gamer Goff
is.
is
I haven't heard of
absolutely
this
in
until just now.
It
Somebody
it's
enlighten
basically
me at
hand
least.
dry. It's like chalk for.
Okay, so here, let's do this. If you guys are interested in getting a type of hand lotion that doesn't make your hands sweaty for when you're doing
was
your
so
gamer
good.
Yeah, it was
sessions,
so
yeah.
It was like less
He-
than
well-
a pea, and both of your hands were just like stick-em grip. It was awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
so
awesome.
we'll put the link if you guys want to go check them out. They are really cool, and you can get some. I think you get percentage off or whatever.
Yeah,
we'll,
you
we'll
get
send you the
10%
link
off for-
to our
To be
stuff.
fair,
You get 10% off for using like human echoes or something like that. It'll be on the
Yeah.
screen. Joe's got extra
So
work
Yes,
to do.
we'll put it there.
Helps you hang on to your controller so you don't get like sweaty hands and slip all over the
Yeah.
buttons and everything.
Which
You rub it
I'm
on your
like
hands
the
or on the
clammiest-
controller?
You rub it on your hands.
I'm the clammiest person in the entire world, and this thing was.
I don't
is really
understand
cool.
why more controllers aren't rubberized.
because that
seems-
just wears off
It
and
would
becomes
get.
frayed. I think
It would be even worse. Like it would get slippery.
You think?
any texture you can put on the controller is going to wear off too quickly.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
get all
Really make it work
polished
as
and
well.
cool looking, but it's gonna like be less
How do I
rubberized.
kill a ghast?
You
I
hit his
also-
fireballs
I mean-
back at him or you use a bow?
Bow
How
and
do you-
arrow onto the fireballs is the best way to do it. I asked them at the thing. Obviously, they were selling it with the gaming angle, but I was like, "You guys are marketing this to sports people too, right?" He's like, "Yeah, we're coming out with that."
Yeah,
too."
you're gonna be able to get your sports goo.
It's like the lady version
out,
of
there's a
the
gas
Schick
right
razor,
there.
where it's exactly the same but in pink.
Oh.
and with like
You
a
gotta
slightly
be kidding
different
me.
shaped
That
candy.
was stupid.
I'll
And
help
also
you.
about 30% more.
Ah! Oh shit!
Did we accidentally hit one of the pigs?
Yes, we accidentally hit one of the pigs.
Okay,
I
All right, I
think
killed the gas.
Joe
I'm
did.
getting out. I'm getting out.
They're not coming after us.
I'm getting out for a moment.
Sometimes they get global aggroed, unless that's different now.
I think it really depends. It's like
fine,
if somebody
it's
goes
fine.
and slaughters like 4 of them.
We've had.
What
we
did you
tested
do,
this for a
Joe?
while. I was trying to hit the gas, and
I
the
can
pig got
see
in my
them
way.
following you.
Oh my gosh! That's
Oh my
terrifying.
god, look at him! Look at him go!
Yeah. Get out of my way.
Now I'm just wondering if anybody's ever accidentally used
cool,
that
bro?
like goo goop or whatever. Like they just grab it out of their drawer
Don't.
thinking it's a lubricant.
No, Tony,
No,
no,
don't.
no.
I knew you were gonna go there. I knew
yeah. As soon as
it.
he opened his mouth, I knew what was coming.
Jeez.
What now? What's goo goop?
He's. Oh my
Gamer
god.
goop.
Globby-gloop. Glop, 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 glop.
Gobbledygook?
Yeah, globby gloop.
Tony brought it into a sexual place.
Yeah. Like always.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're talking about the same product. I
Yeah.
thought you were talking. Maybe
Yeah.
had switched to Googlon, and we were
Ah.
like,
I
just-
guess
because
they
that
are
would be
after
that
me.
would also be a problem.
That would
But
be very
different,
chemically.
like,
That'd be like
that would be
probably
worse,
Birdie.
I think. Like this stuff would just make do the opposite of what you want. Really,
Be like,
right?
well,
just make everything
it's
super dry.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm delayed 30 minutes. We'll check back later.
So the pigmen are after me too. I
Oh,
didn't think that
okay.
they were, but they are.
Global aggro. I'm just gonna go find a
What
dolphin.
do you guys think, Astroglide or KY?
Oh my god, stop.
Why are you asking this question?
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Do you-
I feel like KY gets like more press, but Astroglide, in my experience, is much like I just like it better.
You just do
We're not sponsored by
You do
them, right?
coconut
I
oil
can't
for
believe-
everything. That's all you gotta do. Coconut oil, always.
I can't
That's
believe
not good
you're
for latex
comfortable enough
condoms.
to
Is it
talk
not?
about.
I don't need that anymore. I took my sample in today.
Hey, you don't need. Oh yeah.
Vasectomy.
Are you officially sterilized?
I haven't got the message back yet. I don't know. I hope so.
How do they phrase it? Their
I
count is
haven't got
low
the
enough
message
to
back
not.
yet, so I don't know.
Oh, I guess they didn't
You're
practice.
good to
with you,
go.
they
They didn't practice with you.
You just get like an email with the thumbs up emoji.
just said, like,
Yeah, and then the
like a bat signal, but it's
eggplants.
a
Yeah, the eggplants and a bunch
flaccid-
of like
flaccid
the like
penis.
squirt
Oh, that's
emojis and
each.
stuff.
I guess that's not representative. Of what's
It
actually
is
going on.
dangerous underneath the Netherblock. Holy crap! That's just a trail
Yes,
of
it is.
death.
That's probably worse than on top of the Netherblock.
Yeah.
What is going on
That
here?
used to
This
be
is
the
interesting.
funnest part, though. Like going under for dirt in the darkness.
Yeah, I mean, that got. Well, I guess we started way over here, right? So eventually we worked our way back to under.
Just trying to find a dolphin.
Oh, can we? Uh-oh. Whoever did this is really asking for this not to get filled in correctly. We can also maybe discuss how Griffin gave us a map of the Nether that I will never use.
Yeah, he gave us
Did
a
he
subway
really?
map.
Yeah, did you see that?
No.
That's
That's pretty neat.
I did not.
Shows all the stops. What?
I did not. Oh, I did see that actually. I lied.
You did see that. You made a smart-ass comment about how I'm still not going to know my way around. Well, they didn't name me specifically.
Where is
Maybe
the
I
Pretty
just
sure
map?
I
his
did name you
paranoid.
specifically. In fact, I think I tagged you in the tweet, so you would know you've been named.
I thought it was on Discord.
I don't do very much of that subtweeting stuff.
there's a arrow in my head, and my shadow makes it look like it's a flower. Oh, it disappeared.
I like how you said flower. Flower. Flower.
Yeah, I really hope that like any sons that I have someday aren't allergic to anything, because I'm just gonna be so disappointed. It's like you can't even look at flowers, you f***ing pansy.
Jesus. I doubt that you're
yes.
going to talk to your child that way.
Send
I
him to
really hope
Africa
you
and
don't
have him
talk
walk
to your
around
child.
in some whatchamacallit, parasite infected water, and they'll be right as rain.
Yep.
Really?
So there's a theory that I don't espouse
What do you
because
eat?
I'm not a medical doctor and I would not give anybody medical advice, but it sounds good when you say it out loud with your mouth.
Well, I'm sold.
That people, like, they say people in Africa don't have, like, peanut allergies and stuff, and the reason is because their immune system, like, essentially allergies are just your immune system
Carrots?
overreacting to stuff, and because their immune systems are, like,
Off.
dealing with actual parasites, it doesn't freak out about, like,
Food?
pollen and like weird peanut pieces. So there have been people who had horrible allergies who said they cured themselves by going around and walking in poop from
They walk and poop?
Oh my!
Africa?
yeah, like they would go and find the place where these people who were likely to have
They get parasites?
not tapeworms, ringworm or hookworms.
They're all real nasty.
Yep.
They would just walk around in bare feet for a while and get that, and it like they claim would reset their immune system.
I'll have
Like
to.
I said it sounded good.
I'll have to ask my
To
ex
me?
and force her to have some shrimp because she got back from Africa and is basically dying of parasites right now. Like
Well,
legit hospitalized for like
that's
10
the
days.
downside. I think the people now the
Right,
guys
I know
who
what you
went
can
got them on purpose and then I think got treated for them like they knew what was going to happen and they weren't. I mean, I'm not going to say
figure
it
out
wasn't
how to play this.
irresponsible.
What's a record?
Yeah, I forget how to make the jukebox.
This is the Beatles' White Album.
Yes.
I do not like the Beatles. I think they're
Well,
really
you'll fit right in
overrated.
with Rich.
Rich also does not like the Beatles.
Well, I mean,
I have moments.
I think
the
they're
Beatles.
like
I
okay,
have
but
my
I feel like they're
moments.
so overhyped. They're so overhyped.
Yeah.
I
was
think
the thing.
a lot of times that you get that because someone paved the way for like music to be a certain way, and then so many people did it like at least as well as them since then that it's like, well, what did they do? But like, again, I don't actually know anything about the Beatles, but
Yeah,
It's very
from
difficult
an
I mean,
origin
I can
standpoint.
imagine. What?
I can admit that they probably are like a huge influence on a lot of people. I can admit that, but I just don't think that personally they're jukebox. There it is. I
you
don't. Sorry, I'm getting really distracted. I don't think that their music is that good. I can see how they're influential to other artists, but I don't think they're good.
I think they have some good stuff. I also think it's very difficult to imagine hearing the Beatles if before the Beatles have ever existed. Like that sort of weird.
Yeah, it's like that moment I heard Nirvana for the first time and I was like, wow, everything else is garbage.
Or like Casablanca, you can't really watch anymore because it's everywhere. We've sort of had this conversation. Like it's been referenced and redone and.
Or people say
It's,
that Lord of the Rings is very cliche when it's like it set the bar.
Did
Yeah.
you see the guy at Reddit who was like, I can't believe they released this Hobbit movie, it's just a ripoff of Lord of the Rings.
Wait,
This
what?
whole argument. It was amazing. I think it was like, I don't know what sub I'm in at the time. My friends are stupid or something.
I'm always like, oh, okay. I'm always on the like, got my radar up for things to be fake now, though.
Yeah, doing it for the karma.
those bots?
Yeah. Those,
So just people to be saying like, "Ah, look at this hilarious thing that my friend thinks, isn't it dumb?" And then like, but they just made it up.
that's why I'm sub to
I don't care,
the
though.
quit your bullshit sub. That one's a good one. Where people
I
get
like
called
quit
out
your
and stuff
bullshit.
like that.
There's also that happened.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. But then you run the risk of being like, oh yeah, that happened to everything. I've told
I have
stories
seen
on
that
Reddit.
also, where people are like, "That's not real."
I've absolutely told stories that have happened to me. People are like, yeah, whatever,
Yeah.
karma horror, that happened. And I'm like, nope, you're just completely shut off from like
I got that.
possibility of things happening.
I got that for my old cat that didn't have ears because of frostbite. Like I posted a picture with the story, and like this guy was straight up like, "Dude, why are you lying about this? That's just what the Humane Society does to strays to show that it's been spayed." I'm like, or I can show you this picture where his ears fell off in my living room, and he's like, "That looks fake,
Yeah.
bro." And I'm like, "What the?"
What kind of person do you want to be? Obviously,
Now I think he's a troll.
Yeah.
I don't think.
stop it! No, you can't keep doing this. The Matrix can't hold up this much weird cynicism and inversion.
Joe, where are you?
Everything is
in the
inversion
nether.
and cynicism. It just keeps
I did
going
it.
down.
Komette, have you messed with animal husbandry in this game yet?
Whoa, yeah, she has a farm.
Okay. I wasn't sure if she'd like tried going into the
My-
cow pen and just breeding in the middle of that like cow orgy.
Let all my cows out.
Oh yeah. What?
We need to wrap this, you guys, because we are at time
I made the
I am
jukebox
at
and it's
capacity.
playing.
Of what?
of poop.
Bad jokes?
Oh, Jesus.
Great.
Okay.
Thanks, Al.
Okay,
I
thanks
tried
for
to be
hanging out,
delicate, and you were
guys.
like, "Tell us more, Albert." Could you describe?
What is this thing? What is this? Is this a hopper?
Hey, goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Don't judge us in the last 30 seconds, but if you like this, please subscribe. Go to Patreon. Become a member. You get awesome stuff.
We love
Get
you.
to safety. Goodbye.
Bye.
Remember, if you like what you've been watching, you can become a member over at Patreon right now. The link is right in your face, and you will get all kinds of cool stuff.